What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd go through my Euro 2020 predictions on who I think will make it out of the group stage. I will do another video once all the group games have been completed, and I'm basically just going to go through who I think will win the groups, and yeah, basically who will finish second, and so on and so forth. So in Group A, we've got Italy, Switzerland, Turkey and Wales. The start of Italy. I think Italy will finish first in this group. Very, very strong side. Very rejuvenated Italy. Obviously, they didn't make it to the last European Championships after losing to Sweden out in the playoff. But they've got better. Roberto Mancini is the manager. Italy are unbeaten in I think it's their last 10 games or something like that. Swept through qualifying. Their best player is Barella in the middle of the pitch. Was really good in Serie A this season. I just think Italy will win this group. They're one of the dark horses for the tournament. They're coming back to form as well. Italy usually perform better when no one expects them to. But yeah, they're one of those teams that I think will do well, and I think they'll finish in first place. Second place is quite tough because I think that any one of the three other teams could finish second. I don't think there's much in it to be honest. I'll start with Turkey. Turkey are a very dangerous side. They finished top of the group, which contained the Netherlands. So they're no mugs, Turkey. But they are the only thing with Turkey is they're very inconsistent. So like I said, they finished top of the group, which included Holland. They got a result against France recently, the world champions. But then they play against teams like Latvia and they don't get the victory. They should have beat Latvia. With all due respect to Latvia, Turkey are a much better team than them, but they didn't get the result. So yeah, inconsistency could cost Turkey. Yilmaz is their best player, the striker. They'll be a very dangerous team, I think. But yeah, they're a very, very dangerous side, but the thing with Turkey is they're very inconsistent. Switzerland, again, like Turkey, can pull a rabbit out of the hat. Switzerland over the last 10 years or so have been quite a tough nut to break. They're a very good defensive unit. They've still got all the guys from tournaments previously, like Fabian Schär and Yonan Shaqiri. Guys like that are still in the Switzerland squad. Switzerland will always make it through the group stage of these tournaments because they're very defensive, well-minded. They're a very good side as well. Done really well in the Nations League recently. I think I'm probably going to put Switzerland in second because I think they'll edge out Turkey. I think Turkey's inconsistency will cost them. That they may beat Italy or they may draw with Italy in the first game, but then they might throw it away against Switzerland. Switzerland know how to get through. They're a very cohesive unit. So yeah, I'll have Switzerland in second place, Turkey in third. And then Wales, unfortunately for them, I think they'll finish bottom. But you never know. Wales, again, qualified for another tournament. That's fantastic. They've been for a rough time recently with Ryan Giggs and everything's going on with him. Been replaced by Page. He's now the manager. Now, Wales done really well at the last European Championships. Obviously beat Belgium, made it to the same finals. No one expected that to happen. They still got the same guys, like Gareth Bale, obviously, is their main man. Dan James, Manchester United winger. So they've got some good players, but I just think they're outmatched against the three other teams in this group. I don't think it'll go as well for Wales this time, and I've got them in fourth. So, yeah, Italy first, Switzerland second, Turkey third, Wales fourth for Group A. Group B, we've got Belgium, Russia, Denmark and Finland. Belgium, is this the time for Belgium? Belgium had a decent World Cup. They made it to the semi-finals. Well, they were beaten by France by 1-0. Belgium, a very inconsistent team. They're a very good team. Golden generation. Hazard, Lukaku, Vertonghen, Denayer. They got some really good players in their squad. Probably got the second best squad behind France in the whole entire tournament. But the thing with Belgium is, like I said, they're very inconsistent. So, for example, they'll beat Brazil like they did at the World Cup last time, but then they would struggle against Japan, for example. All due respect to Japan, Belgium are a much better team than Japan and should be beating them. They did, but they were 2-0 down. They swept through qualifying. They qualified comfortably. They're the best team in this group. Don't get me wrong, Belgium will probably get through this group. Their defence is a worry. You know, you've got Vermaelen in the squad. You know, he's getting on a bit now. You know, Vertonghen and Alvaro, they're getting older as well. They might lack pace at the back. You know, that could be a weakness for them when they play against the better sides. But I think they'll finish top. Belgium, very good squad, very good group of players. They seem to work together as a team. They may go far in this tournament. We then got Russia. Russia, again, you know, done really well at the last tournament, the World Cup. You know, beat Spain, got through their group as well. You know, gave Uruguay a really good game. They're a very, very good cohesive unit. They're not the best side, Russia. You know, they haven't got like really, really great players. You know, most of their players play in the Russian Premier League. You know, Golovin, I think Golovin's their best player. I don't know if he's in the squad, but he's their best player. You know, they're a very good side, you know, on their day. You know, similar to Switzerland, they just know how to get through these groups. Russia, they're always there or thereabouts, getting through. I think that it'll be between them and Denmark for second place. I think Finland will finish bottom. We'll get on to Finland in a second. But, yeah, Russia, very cohesive unit. You know, 2 of their games are in Russia as well, so home advantage will be crucial for them if fans are allowed back in. I'm not sure fans are allowed back in stadiums in Russia because of the pandemic at the moment. But yeah, Russia are a very good side. You know, we'll have to see how they get on. They play Belgium first, so that'll be a really interesting game. They'll make it difficult for Belgium. But yeah, and then you've got Denmark. Denmark are a good side. You know, they've got like Christian Eriksen, Jonas Poulsen, you know, all those types of guys. You know, very good Scandinavian side, the best Scandinavian side in my opinion. They're much better than Sweden and Finland in my opinion. Excuse me. But yeah, between them and Russia, I think that Russia will finish second. I think Denmark will give it a good go, but I think they'll just miss out. Obviously, they did make it to the semi-finals of the Euros back in the 90s when Peter Schmeichel was still playing. You know, there was a surprise underdog in that tournament. So Denmark can't be counted out. They're no mugs. But I think Russia will finish second, they'll finish third. And then Finland, I think, will finish bottom. But, you know, Finland, the fact they made it to a tournament is an achievement itself. After years and years of missing out, Finland finally made it to a tournament. Their best player is Teemu Pukki, the Norwich City striker. You know, I just think they're too weak. I think they'll get beat by all 3 of the other teams. 3 of the other teams are more established than Finland. I think it's a tournament too early for the Finns. But you never know. But I have got them in 4th place. Group C, we've got the Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria and North Macedonia. Holland, you know, Holland finished second in their qualifying group behind Turkey. So, you know, you'd just be expecting, with all due respect to Turkey, that Holland would have finished top. But they have got better. You know, they had an awful campaign last time for the World Cup when they didn't even qualify. I think they finished 3rd or 4th in their group, which is really shocking for the Netherlands. You know, you obviously had Ronald Koeman in charge, but I don't know if he's still in charge. No, they had Ronald Koeman in charge, but then he obviously left and now he's at Barcelona. You know, they've really steadied the ship. You know, the only thing with Holland is their defence. I don't like, you know, Van Dijk's injured. I don't think he's going to, I think he's out of the Euros. Saw him play against Scotland the other day. Very, very concerned with their defence. I don't think Holland can get far if they don't shore up at the back. You know, Scotland could have easily scored 2 or 3 more goals against them. And with all due respect, Holland are a much better team than Scotland. They got better individual players. But, yeah, their defence is very, very easy to get through. That's my worry for Holland. I think they'll win the group. I think they're the best team in that group, to be honest. I think Holland will get through the group stage. But I can't see them getting any further than the last 16, to be honest. Second place is a tough one because North Macedonia are the weakest team. But North Macedonia had a surprise Germany. They beat Germany a few months ago. They could surprise Austria and they could beat Ukraine. And they might even get a result against Holland because with Holland's defence, as I said. But I think I'm going to go for Austria. I think they'll finish second. I think Austria are a very good side. You know, I saw them play against England the other day in a friendly. They should have beaten us. They really should have done. They had chances galore. They're a very good side. Very, very well established Eastern European team, Austria. You know, I think they'll finish second. You know, David Alaba is getting on now, but he's their best player. They're just a dangerous team on their day. But yeah, I have them in second place. Ukraine, I think, will finish third. You know, Ukraine, again, you know, they went through a spell when they weren't qualifying for tournaments, but now they're back. I think their best player is Shinchenko, the Manchester City player. I think he's their best player. Yarmolenko, obviously, and Kombianga, obviously still playing for the Ukraine. So yeah, Ukraine are no mugs. Like again, they're quite a tough nut to crack, but I think they'll finish in third place. And then in fourth place, we've got North Macedonia. I know they beat Germany recently. They shot Germany. I think it was in Germany as well, 2-1. But I do honestly think that they'll finish bottom. I think this is a tour. It's an absolute, like Finland. It's an absolute fairy tale story that they made it. I think for these certain teams like them, Scotland, Finland, teams like that, they're just happy to be there. I think anything that they can get in the games is a bonus. But yeah, North Macedonia, brilliant achievement to get to the tournament. But I do think it'll be a short visit. I think they'll be out in the group stage. So that's why I've got them in fourth place. Moving on to Group D, we've got England, Croatia, Czech Republic and Scotland. Start with England. England obviously qualified pretty comfortably. We didn't have a very good qualifying group. We never do get good, tough groups, to be honest. A really young squad. I think Gareth Southgate's picked a very interesting team. Obviously, semi-finalists at the World Cup, obviously when we lost to Croatia, who were in this group, funny enough. England, easy qualifying group, very, very good group of players. It's just to see if we can get over that hurdle, make it to a final, I think, for England, or at least a semi-final. Can we repeat what we done at the World Cup? The World Cup, we played absolutely brilliantly, I thought. We done really, really well, beating Colombia and, Sweden as well, and then obviously we took Croatia lightly and got beat 2-1. That's the only thing with England. I think we underestimate the opposition, like Croatia, and then we play against teams like Austria, for example, we should have lost to the other day. Really struggled against Romania as well. I know Romania are not in the tournament, but we really struggled against them. But I think England will get through. I think they're the best team in this group, man for man. I think they can't underestimate Croatia. And Scotland and the Czech Republic. All three of the other teams in this tournament can easily give England a good game, particularly Croatia. But I think England will finish top. I think Croatia will finish second. Croatia have got the usual guys in their team. Rebic, Rakitic, Mandzukic, Perisic. I think it's their best player. I like Ivan Perisic. He's a really good player. World Cup finalists, obviously, Croatia finished second behind France. They're a very good team. England and Croatia being a really interesting game. England want to get payback for the World Cup. They did beat Croatia a few months later in the Nations League, but they want to get revenge on them in the for the World Cup defeat. Croatia are a very good side. I think they're a better team than the Czech Republic, and I think they're a better team than Scotland. I think that Czech Republic will finish third. I think Czech Republic, again, they got beat by Italy the other day, but again, Czech Republic have some decent players. Again, they're a very good unit as well. Again, I don't think they qualified for a few tournaments recently, but now they're back. Very good side on their day. They could easily upset Croatia and finish second. They really could. I think it's between them and Croatia for second place. Unfortunately for Scotland, who I'll get onto in a minute. But yeah, Czech Republic, I think, will finish third. Scotland, I think for them, the fact they qualified, Steve Clarke's done a magnificent job of getting them to a tournament, beating Serbia. It's an incredible achievement, drawn with Holland recently. So yeah, Scotland on their day can get a result. They really can. But I think it's a tournament too far for them. I think Lyndon Dykes is their best player, the QPR striker. They need to get the ball up to him and hope that he can create some magic. They got other good players as well, like John McGinn, Kieran Tierney, Andy Robertson, Liverpool left back. They got a decent keeper, David Marshall. The only thing Scotland is at the back. I think centre backs have not got really good centre halves. I think they could easily be got at, particularly against England. I think England could exploit them pretty well. Even Croatia as well, even the Czechs. All three of these teams are a lot stronger than them. And they've got more experience as well. Scotland haven't been to a tournament in over 20 years. And the other three teams have been at tournaments on and off, over the last 20 years. So they have more experience. I think it's a tournament too soon for Scotland. I think they'll finish in fourth place. Group E, we've got Poland, Spain, Sweden, and Slovakia. I've gone for a surprise here. I've gone for Poland to finish top. Robert Lewandowski is their best player. Poland had an awful World Cup. What was it? And I don't. Did they qualify for the Euros? I can't remember if they qualified for the Euros or not. But yeah, the World Cup they didn't finish. They finished bottom in a group that contained Colombia, Japan, and Senegal. with all due respect, they're a better team than Japan and Singapore, in my opinion, but they finished behind them. Poland, again, are a very good unit. They're very tough to crack, like I said. You've got the goalkeeper as well, Szczesny. He's a good goalkeeper, so they'll be a tough nut to crack, but I just think they'll finish top. I've got a funny feeling that there'll be a surprise package. Poland, so I've got them in first place. Spain, I think will finish second. Spain have really come on recently. They went for a spell where they were the world champions and they won tournaments consistently. Then they got beat by Holland 5-1. Obviously, really, really bad result for them in that game. It was Euro 2016, wasn't it? They got beat, I think it was. I can't remember exactly what tournament it was, but they got beat by Holland 5-1 in one game. But yeah, they're getting better. They got a really young squad, Spain. The same old guys are there, like Ramos and guys like that. I don't know if Ramos is fit. I don't know if he's fit or not, but they still got the old guys. De Gea, the goalkeeper, as well. I think Kepa's number one, actually. I can't remember who number one is. But Spain finished the qualifying strongly. They qualified comfortably. They'll get through. They're better than Sweden and they're better than Slovakia. I think not too much for those two teams. But yeah, they'll finish second, in my opinion. Sweden, I think, will finish third. Sweden, Zlatan is back. He is come out of retirement. He's the main man. Sweden are always an interesting team. They could be really good one tournament, really bad the next. They beat Italy to qualify for a tournament recently, a few years ago. But then, they struggled against Mexico, for example. Really give Germany a good game. They're very inconsistent. I think it's because of their lack of pace at the back. I think they'll bully Slovakia. I think Slovakia are the only team they'll get a result against, personally. They may give Poland a good game. They may even finish second, and Spain might win the group. I just think Poland will cause a shock. But Sweden, I think, will finish third. Slovakia, again, Slovakia are an interesting team. They've given England some tough games over the years. Wales as well. They gave Wales a really good game. They're a very, very interesting side. I'm not sure if Hamsik still plays for them, but if he does, he's their best player. But I think they'll finish bottom, personally. And then the final group is a really tough group to call. With Group F, the group of death. France, the world champions. Portugal, the European champions. The old enemy, Germany. Obviously, previous world champions. Obviously, Germany. And then you've got Hungary as well. Let's get the rabbit out of the way. I think Hungary, unfortunately, finished bottom. It's just unfortunate for Hungary. Again, they beat Austria at the World Cup. Nobody suspected that. I think Hungary got through, didn't they? I can't remember exactly who got through, but I don't know where they got to. But yeah, Hungary, they're very, very, again, they can be really, really good defensively, but they just haven't got the talent to beat these other three teams. I think they'll finish bottom. And then the top three positions, that's going to be really difficult, but I'm going to go for L'Homme Bleu to finish top. I think they'll win the group. Mbappe, you look at this France team, it's just ridiculous. Mbappe, Griezmann, Benzema has come back to form recently. Kimpembe, Umtiti, Lloris, the goalkeeper. Some really good players. France, really good side, They had some up and downs recently. Obviously, the game against Turkey was a surprise. And I think they lose to Ukraine as well recently, which was a surprise as well. But I think France will win it. I think the group, the reigning world champions, France, fully deserved the World Cup. They were absolutely tremendous throughout the whole tournament. But yeah, France finished top. They're the best team in the tournament, in my opinion, the best squad of players. I think that Portugal finished second. Surprised, everyone might be surprised about that, but I'm not. Portugal, again, are getting better. They won the European Championship last time. They beat France in the final in France. That was a really big surprise, to be honest. Nobody expected that to happen. Cristiano Ronaldo is obviously the main man. I think could this be his last tournament? Probably. He's getting on in age. But yeah, Ronaldo will be the one that they look to get them through. I think they're better team than Germany are, personally. I think Germany are a good squad, but I think their defence is the problem. And they do silly results, like they get really stupid results, like against North Macedonia when they got beat. And then the other day they drew with Denmark. You know, with all due respect, you know, Germany should be beating both those two teams. They've got much better players. But yeah, I think Portugal finished second. Germany, like I said, will finish third. Unfortunately, I think they'll just miss out because of their defence. They've got a really, really good talented squad, Germany, but they've got some major players like Boateng. Hummels lacks pace. You know, good goalkeeper, Leno. You know, really good goalie. Workhouse. They've got some really good players coming through, like Werner as well. Can Werner light up the tournament? You know, we'll have to wait and see. Clive Havertz. You know, they've got some really good players, Germany, but I think that Portugal will finish second. But yeah, that's my group stage predictions. I'll do another video in a few weeks' time when I will, you know, go through who I think will go through in the knockout stages, and obviously got the third place teams as well. See who gets through that. But thanks for watching this video. Take care. Enjoy the Euros. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.